Welcome, Dominica. This is Kairi TV News. I am your presenter, Tonella Riviere. Here are the big stories making the headlines. Further advancement in the digital economy on the cards for the DLP's Maho candidates. Growing concerns in Good Hope more than a week after a trough system dealt a devastating blow to the east. Former Roseau South MP has resigned from the United Workers' Party. We'll be back with details of these stories and more after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Thank you for staying with us. We begin news that a political leader of Dominica Labour Party has vowed to include 4 independent senators should the DLP make a clean sweep at the December 6th general elections. Speaking at a rally to launch DLP hopeful for the Maho constituency, Kasani Laville, Dr. Skerrit said if the Labour Party wins all 21 seats at the December 6th general elections, then government will take the necessary steps to ensure differing opinions are brought to the table.
If by their actions we get all 21 seats, we shall gladly accept every one of those 21 seats. We shall not abuse this mandate, my dear people. We shall govern with respect for law and the rule of law. And indeed, if they give us the 21 seats, I shall move with dispatch to have the necessary laws amended to provide for the appointment of 4 independent senators to the Parliament of Dominica. I shall ask His Excellency the President to appoint 1 senator on the advice of the political entity that gets the second highest number of votes in these elections. I shall ask His Excellency the President to appoint a senator on the advice of the private sector. I shall ask His Excellency the President to appoint a senator on the advice of the church. And I shall advise His Excellency the President to appoint a senator on the advice of the trade union movement in Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. So have no fear. There shall be voices of dissent and at least of differing philosophies in the Parliament of Dominica.
Dr. Skerrit emphasized the importance of differing views and constructive dialogue for the development of the country.
We shall facilitate different views and recommendations. We do not believe we have all the ideas, but we need constructive engagement. And I shall look forward to a new, purposeful, and well-intentioned Parliament in the new year, ladies and gentlemen.
The Dominica Labour Party will host a peaceful walk from Portersville to Newtown on Saturday, 19th November, starting at 4 p.m. Touching base in the east of the country, Chairman of the Good Hope Village Council, Ashil Grove, says there are growing concerns over the conditions in the community. Here is Linda Martin with that story.
Mr. Grove says despite the concerns, residents are satisfied with efforts to restore access and other utilities in the community, as well as the distribution of assistance packages to residents. The community of Good Hope, along with other communities east, were cut off from the rest of the island due to damage caused by heavy rains from a trough system. Communications, road access, and utilities were severely impacted.
The community is just overwhelmed with all these activities, the blockages, landslides, and the lack of resources to really get things back to stability. But we want to say that we are coping to some extent. We've gotten some relief. Some food stuff and water, and what we will probably need to be coming in is the supply of water, because we've not had water for like since the rain came and washed away the pipes. In Good Hope, I think the total cut-off from Saint-Sauveur and Castle Bruce was the biggest thing for us because, you know, in Saint-Sauveur, that's where we go to church, that's where we school, and that's where we go get our fish and all that stuff. And through Castle Bruce, that is where everybody gets into Roseau.
Mr. Grove says farmers and fisherfolk were adversely affected, with the village being cut off due to multiple landslides in the area. According to Grove, the slides caused some residents to flee their homes and seek shelter elsewhere. Fortunately, there were no reported fatalities or injuries. The council chairman says moving forward, residents are concerned about the stability of the area and are expressing the desire to relocate. Grove pointed out there is a need for dialogue with the authorities on the most effective way to approach a relocation process.
I want to say that because I'm the type of person who move around and I talk to people. I've been to most of the homes and the people, what they want to know is what is the government is going to do about relocation for Good Hope. And the idea of Good Hope was given the opportunity to move and they did not move is a very poor excuse. We want to have a public discussion. As a matter of fact, the council will be putting that together and to get a few people to come and talk. We want an assessment and evaluation, engineers to come and make some recommendations, and so we can take that to the government to look forward into a relocation plan.
Mr. Grove had spoken to Kairi TV News before this week's visit to the East by a leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Roosevelt Skerritt, and other officials, where the promise was made to continue providing relief to residents in the affected areas. Linda Martin for Kairi TV News.
Politics continue to dominate local news as one of the more popular faces of the United Workers' Party has tendered his resignation. Nathaniel Durant tells us more.
Attorney at law Joshua Francis has submitted his resignation as a member of the United Workers' Party effective Thursday, 17th November. Francis began his political career in 2013 with high hopes of making a change in Dominica. However, several incidents over the years have spurred the attorney's decision to resign. In his resignation letter, the attorney cited the UWP's departure from its fundamental values and principles as one of his reasons for stepping away. Speaking to Kairi News, the politician claimed that the party no longer reflects his values or beliefs. Therefore, he saw the need to step down as a member of the party.
I entered the United Workers' Party in 2015. And when I entered the party with the intention to contribute in designing and formulating plans and policies to contribute in the betterment of Dominica. And not too long thereafter, I gained success. But eventually, I was embroiled in a problem, and the party, in my view, responded wrongly and wronged me a number of times. But nonetheless, I continued with the party in the best interest of Dominica. However, certain members of the party and myself seemed not to get along. We just appeared to be incompatible, and my ideologies, my beliefs, and my faith appeared to be variant to some of them, to the point where we could not work together. So eventually I decided that it was in my best interest to take a break.
Francis says while he will not contest this year's elections, this is not the end of his political career. He intends to keep his hat in the political ring in the future.
I have a very important contribution to make in the lives of Dominicans. So severing my relationship with the United Workers' Party does not mean an end to and in making my contribution to the people of Dominica. I have made a public declaration that I am not involved in this year's general election. I'm a bystander. Of course, if it necessitates my voice to intervene at some point, I will. But until such time, I am basically watching, because I find the developments to be very interesting. And whatever happens from December 6, 2022, clearly Dominica would require a new direction. As a team player, eventually I will find a home where I am comfortable, respected, appreciated, and I can do what I think or I know to be the best for every one of us, for every Dominican.
Francis had won the Roseau South seat on a UWP ticket in the 2014 general elections. Nathaniel Durand, Kairi TV News.
You're watching Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Welcome back. The LP hopeful for the Maho constituency, Kasani Laville, has vowed to position Maho to lead the way in the digital age. During his luncheon in Maho on Thursday, Laville, who served as Minister for the Digital Economy in the previous Labour Party-led administration, says further integration of digital technology is the way forward for the constituency and the country.
I want to see, my friends, a generation of Dominicans leading the way in the digital age and in technology. I want to see us putting this constituency on the map in digital technologies. And we have already started, because we have long started the construction of 2 hubs in the constituency, one at the Mao School and one downstairs, the Canefield Urban Council. So we have a lot to be happy about, my friends.
Laville expressed a deep interest in youth development and committed to doing what is needed to advancing young people in the constituency.
As a young man, I am passionate about the advancement of our youth and our young adults. I want to see more for this constituency, to see our young people accessing opportunities for higher education, for skills training, for business opportunity and entrepreneurship, my friends. I want to continue to lead the way by example, my friends, because that is the way of the Labour Party. That is the true way of a real leader, my friends. I intend to engage all of the community leaders in the schools, in the churches. Yes, I will tell them. The scouts, the girl guides, you name them, through sports, culture, music, and all of the youth groups in our constituency.
Laville will be replacing outgoing Member of Parliament Rayburn Blackmore, who served as MP for over 15 years. The next launching for a new DLP candidate will take place on Sunday, 20th November in St. Joseph. And President of the Alternative People's Party has resigned from the post. The Alternative People's Party, APP, formed on 12 January 2020, was among the many opposition groups voicing concern over the snap elections called for 6 December. Earlier this week, leader of the APP, Tahira Blanchard, made a call to all able-bodied men and women to step forward as candidates to contest the elections. Just days ahead of Friday's nominations, Julius Corbett resigned as president of the APP, citing a difference in views between himself and the party's political leader.
Over the weekend, our party's leader, Mr. Tahira Blanchard, stated that all able Dominicans should participate in the general elections, notwithstanding her knowledge of the party's position with respect to reform. Ms. Blanchard's message and my statement are incongruous and sends confusing messages to the citizens of Dominica who deserve better of us. Consequently, I am announcing that I am resigning as president of the Alternative People's Party, effective immediately.
You are watching Kairi TV News. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines right after this.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kairi Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kairi Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
To end the news, the headlines again. Further advancement in the digital economy on the cards for the DLP's Mahu candidates. Growing concerns in Good Hope more than a week after a trough system dealt a devastating blow to the east. Former Roseau South MP has resigned from the United Workers' Party. Tune in to 107.9, 93.1, 91.1, and 88.7 to catch our radio newscast at 6:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Tune in to Flow Channel 953 at 8 p.m. Monday to Friday to watch our TV news with repeats at 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Kairi FM. Check us out on Instagram at Kairi FM and follow us on Twitter at Kairi FM Dominica. Feel free to visit our YouTube channel to catch up on any newscasts you may have missed. On behalf of the entire news production team, I am Donella Rivia. Thank you for watching. Do have yourself a great weekend.